Mr. Trek here with another off-road adventure. This is the month we're testing out Toyotas. This is a 2019 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. It's the big off-road truck. So we're going to take and haul some four-wheelers to the mountains, get up to my bunt school, and have fun with this truck. Get out of the heat down here and get up where the snow is. And I'm here with my son Eric, my youngest son, and his family. And Eric, how much power does this Toyota have?
270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque.
Awesome, and this is a 5-speed automatic, which is a little weird. It's a 4-liter V6, and we're towing side by side in a 4-wheeler. So come join us for the review. Mr. Trek here with another exciting trailer accessory review. This one's for your gooseneck trailer. It's from Gen Y Hitches. It's called the Cushion Surge Coupler. Torsion Flex. So it's kind of like a torsion axle on a horse trailer. And that, inside here are those torsions. And so as this thing flexes, those will move up and down. Gen Y hitches. All you have to do is look at them. They're built like a bulldozer. It's all heavy-duty plate metal. Make them adjustable hitches, pencil hitches, shock-absorbing hitches with torsion, like a torsion axle on a horse trailer. These things will last you forever. You cannot find a better built adjustable hitch.
That way a little bit. Yeah. No, not yet. You're just spinning. There you go. Perfect. Keep coming forward. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, you're good. Keep crawling through. Try to rock backwards a little bit and then go to the right slightly. All right, now to the right. All right, now straighten out and hit it. Sweet. Yeah.
What about hit on the back?
I don't know, that was pretty good though.
Well, we're on the way to the mountains to see how wet we can get because it looks like rain. That's what happens every afternoon in the mountains is rain. But we are in this beautiful Voodoo Blue 4Runner from Toyota. It's a 2019. And these are really cool off-road trucks. We're in the mountains almost every weekend on ATV trails. And this is what you see up here in the Rockies. What's that? Oh, a deer. Come on, dear, it's Bambi, a baby Bambi in the middle of the road. Run, Bambi, run!
The whole family of
Jeez, yes, the whole family. Oh, it's a doe, and she had 2 babies. She had twins. Still have the spotted butts. That's cool, too. You see a lot of wildlife up here in the Rockies. I mean, we've seen bighorn, we've seen gullhorn, antelope, moose, about everything you can think of. I haven't seen mountain lions, and that's probably a good thing. But these 4Runners, there's a lot of these up here. We see them all the time. And they have, you see Jeep Cherokees, 4Runner Toyotas, you see Toyota Land Cruisers and Land Rovers, and then the ATVs, and of course all kinds of Jeeps. But yeah, these 4Runners, these are pretty good off-road machines. I really like them. I mean, they're the right size. They're not a whole lot bigger than a Jeep, maybe a little longer. But this is the TRD, so it has the special wheels. It has the moonroof, the JBL. It has those special fog lights from Rigid. And its roof rack, I think that's part of the package. It's got a really cool roof rack on it. And it's got, of course, that special grill from TRD Pros. And skid plates galore. I always like that front one, even says TDR on it.
It's a nice package.
wheels. That's those TRD Pro wheels too. They're on all 4 models. But this rascal has got a rear locker. It's got the crawl modes we're going to play with in the mountains. It's similar to the Tacoma, but it has like 3 speeds. With the Tacoma had 4 speeds on the crawl. We're going to try all that out. And it says, of course, the Fox shocks. Those 2.5-inch Fox shocks. But it's the right size. Now this one, this is the 4-liter. The old engine used to be in Tacoma, which I really like. I just wish they had a 6-speed or a 10-speed. It's got a 5-speed, which is a little on the unusual side. And it's got the manual 4-wheel drive knob. You're not pushing buttons. You're throwing a shifter, which I like. Big fan of that. But, yep. Hopefully the next series will come out with a little bigger engine and a different transmission. But this is what we're used to. This has the 8-track system, which is it's traction control. Well, this is a little heavier duty traction control. And this can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Now we've got about 3,700 pounds on here. And if you take and transfer the tongue weight to the truck, then we're about 3,300 pounds. It's 37 minus 4 is 3,300 pounds. And the axles on this are rated 3,500 pounds. Would you say something?
There's rock climber guys back there.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Everybody's out having fun. The roads are crowded. The little towns up here, lines are crowded. There's the white water rapids. All the rivers up here are flowing like crazy. The lakes are flowing over. It's weird to be on top of a mountain and have the lakes flooding over because of all the snowfall and all the rain. But it's good. We supply, 5 rivers starting in Colorado. We got a 23-gallon gas tank, which is about right for this. You can go long places, but the fuel mileage on this is 20 on the highway, 18 in the combined, and 17 in the city. I was getting an empty truck 19 and a half. Not sure exactly what we're getting. Let's see if I go through the modes. See an MPG rating on there somewhere.
16.4 was the average.
Okay, 16.4 with a trailer, pulling 3,700 pounds. So that's not bad. Now this has front and rear stabilizers, which I really like. If you do some cornering, you need that front stabilizer and the rear stabilizer. So many trucks don't have rear stabilizer, and I think it's a big thing when you're on the streets. And on the highways, this thing weighs about 4,700 pounds dry weight on it. The front clearance, the clearance overall, which is under the frame or under the differentials, is 9.6. So 33% approach angle, a 26% departure angle. And this trailer we're pulling, we've got side by side an ATV on there. It has about a 12-inch clearance. This is real similar to what they do in Australia. They go up there, they go out back, and most of their roads are off-road. It's kind of like Canada. There's not a whole lot of paved roads, but they go down there in Canada with all these little trailers, camping trailers, and trailers like we have, and they go out in the outback, and they go way back there. And the hitches are interesting because a lot of them are just universal joints instead of a ball and a socket, because they're used to climbing up rocks and straight up mountains and all that stuff. So, and it's a big deal down there. And it's like this here is an overland kind of vehicle. You set this up, you can put a tent on top, take your 4-wheelers with you so you can do some adventures like just driving. I like that idea. I think all those guys in Australia have been doing overlanding for decades down there, the way they do stuff. But this is a nice vehicle. It's not super powerful, but I do like the 4-liter. Actually, I like the 4-liter better than the 3.5. But if this had more gears, it'd be awesome. It's got the big knobs. I love the knobs. I like something I can twist the gloves on, and I hate toggle switch trying to push a button while you're driving. We do have the moonroof open. I suppose that helps us with light. This has got some cool mud flaps on it too. I really like those. It's got them front and rear, so you can get down and deep in the mud. Look at the rapids through there. That water is flying. Those little fish are probably flying up in the mountains right now, coming off of these rapids. I like having that locking rear end. Multi-terrain select, all part of that package. Crawl control, hill start, assist. This has got vented discs front and rear. It's weird in a Tacoma. They still have drums on the back. I'm not sure I agree with that philosophy, but that's
Still got drums on the back?
On the Tacoma. Not on this one. This is discs.
That's crazy.
And the Tundra's discs. I'm sure the Sequoia's discs. Vehicle stability, of course, traction control, brake assist, and that hood scoop that we can't use. We should cut that little vent out of there. Let that engine get some air, but no, they would get upset with us for that. This is set up for a trailer, so it doesn't have brake control. It does have the 2-inch Class 3 receiver hitch and both the 4 and the 7 RV pin. Projection headlights. I like those.
So why do they still put drums on stuff? For costs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, GM did that. They had JBL or JD Power back them up, which was all a bunch of baloney. Plus, they had people like the feel of the drum and all this other nonsense. I don't know. Toyota, they had some kind of a reason. They said something about how the feel and, you know, the cost, which I don't know if I believe that or not. Because I think you get a lot of brake test on a drum, you don't get on a disc.
Yeah.
So they tell you whatever, you know, whatever story they try to stand behind. I don't believe it. I think discs are such a superior brake, but
Sure.
Toyota's not alone in doing that rear drum thing. That's what we had when I was in high school, 40 years ago.
Yeah. Worked good in the 70s.
Yeah, it worked good back then. But at least this has discs. And I like that too, if we're going to do a water crossing with this, let those discs, they dry out, they self-adjust. There's so many good things about a disc brake. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, air conditioner shoots to the back row. I like that. It's nice having the back compartment. We put a lot of stuff inside this. We got all our helmets back there, our camera bags. Yeah, let's see. Okay, TRD, Toyota Racing Development Pro, 17-inch special TRD wheels, special Fox shocks, stamped aluminum front skid plate, Toyota front grille, and all these badges and the red stitching inside the cabin here. And let's see, the shifter knob is TRD Pro. And that's about it. Now this one, MSRP on this puppy is $47,510. So that's about average for the range. And in Toyota, they're known for their dependability, so they've got a good following of actually people that are very loyal to them. That's why they have to go to the truck side to try to keep their people. But the Voodoo Blue in a solid black interior. V6. Well, rollover is only 3 stars, but the side crashes are all 5. 4 overall score. So I'm pretty sure this is a body on frame. I guess I need to have you crawl right there and look. But I think it is still body on frame. But, yes indeedy. I need to start doing a top 5 because everybody else is doing a top 5 or top 10. Everybody seems to want a list. But number 1, we're going to go starting with the number 1 thing. Number 1 thing is the crawl control. I agree. The crawl control where you can set different speeds and different type of terrains, whether it's ice, snow, mud, rock, loose rock.
What mode are we in now? How does it have all the different?
No, we've got to be in 4-wheel drive and low range for that.
Oh, it does have like the hill assist.
Yeah, it does the hill assist and all that will work, I think, anytime. Just like, and even the A-track traction control, it has to be in low range for that to work. So I'd say all those 4-wheel drive systems I like that are on this vehicle. That's number 1. Number 2, I would say, we'll go back to what Toyota's known for, dependability and durability. You don't work on these things very often. And that's an important issue, and that's, one of the reasons people keep going back to Toyota. So I'd say that's number 2, is that dependability and durability.
And they hold their value. Is there hold it?
Yeah, we'll call that number 3. That's true.
They hold their value. You got to pay up for Toyotas, but the resale's good.
They do, and part of the resale value is the fact that they don't really have rebates. I mean, you'll see the dealer regional groups throw their money together and make a rebate, but generally, from the Toyota Corporation, whether it's in Japan or wherever, they don't believe in rebates. They think that hurts your resale value. So you're right. That's that resale value number 3. Number 4, I'm going to go with the size. It's just the right size. I mean, it's not much longer than a 4-door Jeep Wrangler. I think they're about similar in size, and it's got the look, but it's It'll fit in trails I do with ATVs, so it's not too wide, it's not too tall, and it's not too long. So that's what makes that approach angle so good at 33%.
Yeah, what's the ground clearance?
9.6. Of course, the trailer's at 12 inches, and that's 9.6 inches of clearance on the TRD Pro. Was that number 4?
I think so.
Okay, and number 5, I'd just say the look. By looking at it, it's an off-road vehicle. It does look cool. It looks macho, in my opinion, but it's got the big, bold-looking grill. It's got the cool wheels on it. And then the rack on top, everything on this, it just stands out as an off-road vehicle.
It's dark behind us.
Yeah, everybody's always trying to pass us. So we're going to try to depart this trail with the Tundra attached to the trailer and see if we can clear some of the rocks. And then we got a side-by-side, of course they're Hondas, and an ATV. We'll see where we can go. We'll climb on some rocks and have fun before it rains us out, because those clouds are getting darker. But yeah, this should be fun. Jump out and run the camera for me.
Hey, wait, Dad.
Well, we just went through pretty big rocks. I'm just using the 4 low and A track, the traction control, to get me through it. Later on, I'll probably have to use the crawl. We'll see what happens. This is a pretty tough road. This is mid-St. Vrain off the Bunt School Road at the very south end.
Keep coming straight. All right, now come.
Well, yeah, you go trip around the outside. You climb that wood.
Yeah, I can get through the small areas.
Yeah, I'm just too wide. Usually, I wish that thing was longer and wider for some of the stuff, but not for this technical.
Right.
They're pretty long, so that's not even either.
Right.
Some light in there. There we go. There's hill descent off and on, the speed. And then I'll go over here and look at all the modes you got. So let me see in the dash as I go through. I need them on camera through the modes. Push this button in. Loose rock. There's mogul. Rock. I'm gonna go back. Mud, sand, dirt. Okay, I'm gonna say loose rock. And we're in loose rock. And I got the slowest speed. I'll probably go to medium. Switch it to medium. See how fast we go there. That's that rock crawl adjustment.
We'll keep going straight.
Okay, what's that mean?
That means keep going straight. Now turn.
And you can see all the stuff we're climbing over. And you can see the rock crawl stuff all going. And I'm trying to go slowly through pretty tough terrain. And just let this machine do its own thing. Oh, as we climb sideways up the rock. I hope they got that on camera. That's pretty cool. This thing is, I got it in medium speed. I may slow it down, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh,
Keep going. Keep going the way you're going.
now you can hear the ABS computer playing the brakes off and on to control the speed. And if I were to put it in low without bouncing out of the truck, put it in low. There. I slowed it down. You can really hear those brakes off and on, controlling the speed. Pretty cool. On this 4Runner TRD Pro with rock crawl.
You're locked up against the. You may want to go back just a. Which way is straight? You're just over here. Yeah, there you go. You're free. Is that the worst?
And I thought this rock crawl only had 3 speeds because the Tacoma has at least 4 dashes, maybe more. This one looks like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rock crawl positions for speed anyway. It's just working hard to slow me down. I'm not touching the brake, not touching anything down there on the floor, but it's doing its job. This is such a wonderful off-road machine. Actually, when I had it in low range and A-track and locked the rear end, it would just about go anywhere. Very agile in the mountains. You're climbing these rocks in the Rockies. Push the button and get rid of the noise. And shut the ABS rock crawler off. There we go. Now it's quiet. Stop alternating the brakes, but man, really a capable off-roader. Just in A-track and in low range and with the rear locker in. This thing can climb anything. Then when you need your super control, you just put the rock crawl on and it takes over. All you do is steer the darn thing.
know we're doing something wrong.
Did I spot you or what?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Jaden. See, we'd be faster if we were walking. I think so.
Well, like for real.
Camera rolling? Yeah. Okay, what's that mean? So let's keep going straight. Now turn. Now you're good. Keep going. What? Keep going the way you're going. Really close to that big rock on this side. You straightened your wheel and then you fell into a rock. Oh yeah, you're kind of close to messing it. I don't know, it's really difficult to video up close in. You haven't moved yet, a little bit. Might have to try. How's it going?
The side up there.
Alright, now towards me and straight.
The wheel straight.
Yeah, just keep them where they're at right now. Okay, towards me. Okay, now straight. Straight. There, you're good. You're gonna barely squeeze by that rock. You good on that side?
They don't slide. See if he kind of goes. He's good right now.
Alright.
He
Yeah.
wants to get his left tire on that.
Yeah.
On that rock.
You get your left tire on that rock, then you're good.
I don't see the rock.
Okay, go to the right a little bit.
Should be good now.
Good.
Now come around to the right.
Yeah. Little up to the right.
Come all the way around.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. You're good.
Straight a little bit. Yeah, right there. There you go.
Is yours lifted? You want to straighten out your tires now. Straighten out your tires. You're locked up against the. You may want to go back just a. You're just right now. Okay. Yeah. There you go. You're free. Is that the worst obstacle?
Well, this is cool. We're at Middle St. Vrain, or Mid St. Vrain they call it, and it's the bottom of Bunt School Road. And I was trying to be careful because I didn't want to hurt this Toyota that they've loaned us. I did pretty well. I hit my rear hitch a few times. Sparks were flying, but I could have took it off too. But that's a solid steel hitch. But that part was fun. Everybody have fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, we climbed some pretty big boulders, actually. Some of the best boulders I've climbed, that big one. I don't usually do that with an ATV, but this 4Runner did really well. I climbed stuff I've never climbed with an ATV before. And I thought I had seen it all. This thing did very, very well over the giant boulders. Of course, I needed pretty good with that side-by-side, jumping through those boulders.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
We could have gone clear around the whole thing, but I didn't want to do that with this Toyota. Not that it would have hurt it, but it's not mine, so I only want to put small scratches on it, not big scratches.
I would have been more down for that water crossing.
Yeah.
In a four-wheeler.
Yeah, that water crossing, I'm not sure what it is. It looked like it was probably 4 feet deep. Big water crossing. I wouldn't want to do that with something that's not mine. But yeah, we'll come back here with just the ATVs and get crazy. Because I own them, so I can get crazy. Ironclads. That's our destination. It's not very long, but it's some really good rough riding rocks. And then there's that place where that big aircraft engine is setting. And that, I need something wider and longer to go through there. My ATVs fall down the crevice because that's really a tough one.
Well, after a big ride in the 4Runner, we went up ironclads with the four-wheelers and the ATV, and I guess in a side-by-side, the one thing I learned, you don't back up because you fall in a hole, and this is what happens.